running is a sport, a hobby that has, no pun intended, really taken off the last several years. But with the growing interest has emerged this question: is running really the best way to lose weight? It's a question Studio 5 health and fitness contributor Melanie Douglas gets asked all the time. Run, walk, or jog? Good to see you, Mel. Would you call this a debate?
Yeah, I think it is, because people mix up running, like something they do for sport, for competition, with weight loss. So you'll have a lot of people that are like, I'm gonna go running because I wanna lose weight, but a lot of avid runners do it for out of routine, because they're competitive. They aren't doing it for weight loss, they're doing it because it makes them feel good. So I think people kind of get those things mixed up.
And you point out, no matter what ballot you check, I mean, that was so politically spoken, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or what camp you fall into, people can get into a rut where you're not pushing your body appropriately in whatever activity you're doing.
Yeah, that's really the question. So when you think of walk, jog, or run, I actually have an issue with all three, because I think our perceptions of what those things are a little bit off. I think because they're easy things, right? One foot in front of the other, walking's easy, running's easy. I think we simplify it and we don't put enough effort into it sometimes to make it the challenge it should be, to make a change in our body.
I get it. So we're gonna break down each. We've got kind of a before and after, what you might think it looks like, what it should look like. Let's start with walking. I picture a leisurely stroll down the sidewalk with dog leash in hand.
Right, so when people say they're gonna take a walk, that is great. And this is a great thing to do. This is a mood booster. This is good for overall health. Is this good for weight loss? Not typically, because you have to work harder. So this is a casual walk. It's good for your health. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to make a change in your body or your fitness level? You better look like this. See how her arms are up? She's walking heel to toe. Her hair's blowing in the wind. Like, there's some action there.
She's moving. She's in
moving.
action.
So, and you know what? There's a huge calorie jump from a casual walk to a power walk.
Like,
I call
what are
this
we
a
talking?
power walk. Almost double. So from casually walking your dog to saying, I'm gonna move my arms, I'm gonna make my hair blow in the wind, I'm gonna go so fast, that's almost a double increase in your calories.
So I think of I went to Young Women's Girls Camp when I was 13, and we had this awesome, energetic, instructor, camp director named Dawn, and she took us on a power walk one morning, and she was throwing her hips around, she was moving her body. Do we really need to get our full body force into it?
Yeah, well, the thing is with a power walk, you just want to be able to swing your arms, and you want to engage your core, and you want to walk heel to toe. It doesn't have to look ridiculous. I think sometimes people think they might look different or odd doing a power walk, but honestly, if you just pump your arms, you're going to increase your calorie burn, because it engages your core and sets your posture, and it puts you in a position to move faster.
All right, let's talk jogging. What's the difference then, by definition, between jogging and running?
Okay, well, I just love jogging because nobody says it. And when you think of jogging,
like an 80s throwback.
I know.
Jogging.
When you think of jogging, people often think of like sweatbands and wristbands, and like, who jogs anymore? But actually, jogging, yeah. So kind of that's what people think of. They're like, I don't jog, I run. Right? Well, jogging is actually the most efficient pace for our body. So jogging is that comfortable pace where you can have a conversation. So if you go running, so this is running, right? Well, this is what we think of when we think of running. This is probably jogging. See how these people are having conversation?
They're talking, they're socializing.
They're running at a pace which is actually a jog. And what that means is they're running at an efficient pace. This is a comfortable pace that you can maintain. Therefore, you reach this calorie burn level where you can maintain it. And that's important, because sometimes we can sprint, but we only last 10 seconds.
Right.
So you want to run at a pace that's comfortable, efficient for your body. It doesn't it doesn't increase the risk of injury with like major impact. And you can have a conversation with your friends. That's jogging.
So a lot of runners out there might actually want to relabel themselves as joggers.
Yeah, I mean, they might. I mean, that's technically what they're doing. Jogging is a comfortable pace where you can carry a conversation.
Running, what should we know with running?
So here's my thing about running. If you're going to be a runner, you should increase your speed. So when we think of running, we typically probably think of either a competition like a marathon, or what we just saw with the jogging, with talking with your friends. This is what we think of with running. I would like people to raise their perception of the possibility of what it can be. Look at this sprinter. So even though you're not going to go sprint in the Olympics, you envision that that is what you want to do. You want to run faster than you've ever run before. You want to win the race. You want to cross the finish line before anyone else. When you think of running, I want people to push themselves harder for shorter periods of time.
So it's the sprints, it's the shorter distances.
Do more sprinting, change up your speed. So basically, if you're gonna run, go big or go home. Like, my husband hates that saying. I can't believe I just said it. Right, but I mean, if you're gonna run, you need to shake it up. So you need to have some periods where you sprint, and then you run casually or jog, and you sprint, and you run casually or walk, but shake it up for variety.
So at the end of the day, bottom line, is there a best?
And at the end of the day, I have two recommendations. One, whatever you're doing now, change it, because change is good. So if you're walking your dog now, try a power walk. If you're jogging, try a sprint. But whatever you're doing now, change it. And then my recommendation number 2 is jogging is pretty good for you. It's efficient, we can do it longer, it burns a good amount of calories, and it gives you that social aspect that you can go with your friends and still have a conversation and have that outlet.
So basically, she said pull out the wristbands. People.
I said pull the wristbands.
I love it, jogging it is. That was a really intriguing discussion, Melanie. Thank you so much.